Welcome to Making a Cup of Tea with me, James Kavanagh. I'm going to teach you the best way, well really the only way to make a cup of tea. I've learned it from a master tea blender and now I'm passing it on to you. So if you're ever to make me a cup of tea, this is exactly how you do it. So step one is essential, especially if you plan on sitting for a little while with your cup of tea, is to scald the cup or the mug. Now water is important. It can't be water that was just left in the kettle for a few hours. You need to pour all the water out that was in the kettle and fill up fresh water and then boil it. Okay, so freshly boiled water. That's the key phrase here. So after the tea bag, now the steps are important in which the ingredients go into the cup. So in it goes. And it's a good idea to pour from kind of a height because you want as much oxygen in the water as possible without burning yourself. So in it goes, and I like to leave maybe an inch to an inch and a half above the water of cuppage. You want that kind of, because you need room for the milk or whatever you're having else in it. So you leave that for 2.5 to 3 minutes and you do not touch the tea bag or the cup. You let it brew, you don't squeeze, you don't prod, you don't touch, you just let it do its own magic. Now you might wonder, what can I do for 2.5 to 3 minutes? I have some ideas of what you can do to fill the time. You could give your little Sphinx cat a rub while you're waiting. You could twerk on your boyfriend. You could practice your entrance to the Met Gala for when they eventually invite you. Now the time has come to take the tea bag out of the cup. This has to be done with precision because you don't want to disturb the tannin in the tea bag. So no squeezing because that'll just make it a little bit bitter. So what you do is you have a little thing like this to put the tea bag in. I like to keep one nearby. And then you take it out gently like this. Pretend it's a patient and you're a surgeon. Gently, no squeezing, don't be tempted to squeeze. And here we go, and it's a nice rich dark colour, that's what you're looking for. And next goes the sugar, and again sequence is important here. If you're having sugar now, I generally only have sugar when I'm hungover. So stir the sugar in well. I like to go whatever clockwise this is and then swirl it back and go anti-clockwise or whatever I'm saying here. You don't want that last sip to be like full of lumps of sugar. So if you're having sugar, that's what you do. And keep in mind this is the same principle for loose leaf tea. If you're doing loose leaf tea, the timings and the order of ingredients are the exact same. Next is milk. Now it's important to have your milk in a nice jug and not just from the carton. So here we go. Just a little bit of milk. Now for me personally, I like my tea to be cardboard coloured. Kind of dark cardboard. You stir it, and that is a perfect colour. And we're all stirred in perfectly. And that is how you make the perfect cup of tea. It's time. You didn't think it was over yet, did you? We have some bonus footage for you. I'm going to take you through my top favourite cups. Don't know how many there is, but it's my top favourite cups. And these are from TK Maxx. I think they were like $2.50 and I have 3 of them and each different cup has a different pattern in them. I just love them, the little feet on them. And there's a nice good handle that feels nice in your hand. And there's like little ridges where you're supposed to put your fingers. A cup that feels good in your hand is important as well because you're holding it for some time anyway. So they're probably my favourite. Next, I have, I think, 8 of these little kind of dainty, flowery ones that I got in Vintage Shop in Phibsborough, which is just down the road. And I got the whole set. It includes like cup plates and stuff for, I think it was like €40. But I just love this little one. I kind of like having like English breakfast tea or Barry's tea in these. And then I kind of like having herbals in those. Then next is just an IKEA one, but I just love the shape of it. And it's nice and big as well. I generally have this when I'm hungover, when I need like a lot of tea, and I just think it's a nice, no fuss cup, whatever. These ones, you know, there's a little bit involved in them. You kind of have to watch how you hold them. This is just like, you know, you're plonked down. You can just enjoy it and not have to think about it. Then next these are nice. I have like 6 of these. These are from Newbridge, and they're just nice if you have your parents coming around, your friends coming around, because it all just looks nice on the table and they give off a nice impression, I think, about you. My next favourite one is this little odd one from Barcelona that kind of looks like a child made it, but I really like it. I like the little handle on it. I like having flat whites in this. There's just a nice amount in it. So yeah, that's my next favourite one. And then, well, if I was actually to reconsider, this isn't my favourite one. This is my favourite one. This one reminds me of a drawing of a mug. It's kind of enamel, I think, enamel ceramic-y. And I have 3 of these, and inside there's a different colour in each one. And yeah, I just love the way it looks like a drawing of a mug. I think it's beautiful, and it's really nice to hold. So yeah, that's my top favourite mugs. I hope you've enjoyed this bonus footage. So in goes the water. Look at me, a blooper.
Yeah.
Great. Now you look really unimpressed and not.
I am unimpressed.
Curious.
Nearly.